Or this kind of meaning. Now, awakening sense of ability. Now that is to Frankl, that the key to therapy is that bring to consciousness a sense of ability. Now, I have heard, criticize me if I'm wrong, okay? I feel kind of strange when people say, create the life you like, live the life you dream of, make the best of your life. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because remember we talked about the key factor to happiness and well-being is self-determination, right? No one can tell you how to be happy, how to live your life. But that's only half the story. Half the story. Now, your Xun is son. How old is your son now? 15. Now, your daughter, how old is your daughter? 17. Okay, 17, teenagers now, right? I mean, now when your daughter 18, say, Mom, I'm 18 now. I don't have to please you anymore. I want to live my life my way. I'm going to move in with a drug addict and rock and roll. And I will quit school, and I will travel to India to find myself. It's my life, Mom. It's my life, my happiness. You make your choices. I make my choice. It's not a change. All you do is study, a PhD, study, make money. That's no life for me. I want to travel and use drugs and rock and roll and sex. That's my cup of tea. Now, anything wrong with that? As a parent, anything wrong with that? Anybody agree with that philosophy? Britain, do you agree with that philosophy? Do you agree with the philosophy that everybody can do whatever they want to create happiness?
No.
Good, okay. Why not? Why not? Why not? In a very individualistic, materialistic culture, but our culture says do your own thing, right? Since the Beatles time, the 60s, the 60s, the anti-culture, young people, right? This whole culture, the hippie culture, right? Oh, it's nothing new. Okay, this is it. So what's wrong with this idea that create your own life, pursue your own dream, and do whatever makes you happy? Now, there's nothing wrong, but don't have the story. Why don't have the story? Why don't have the story?
Because we're in a relationship, and if there's no relationship, we won't have meaning.
Exactly. Remember we talked about virtue, about relationship. Now, if everybody say, I'm entitled to create my own life to make myself happy, you will not have a world that you can enjoy that life. You have everybody step on each other. You have a society, each for himself. You will not have civil duties. You will not have a community. You will not have ethics. You will not have trust. You will not have caring. Everybody for themselves. So therefore, that's only part of the story. Okay? The other part of the story, Frankl always said, do not ask what you can get from life. Ask what life demands of you. And John F. Kennedy rephrased it, say, do not ask what you can get from your country. Ask what the country can demand from you, right? Yes.
Wasn't Frankl the one that said we should have a statue of responsibility on the West Coast of the United States to go with the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, but it's happening. I think it's in all states. The only states that are interested in doing that, they give a lot of money for that, is Arizona. that only stay interested in doing that. But anyway, you got idea now? So it's not just about how about your responsibility to your parents, to your folks. No, she take care of her mother. Look at that. She take care of her aging mother. But you have sense of responsibility towards your mother, right? If she, that caring, caregiving, it really requires self-sacrifice. It's hard work. It's not easy. It's no fun sometimes. It's very frustrating. And Mother Teresa, read her diary. She's so depressed and feels so sad and so angry, because day in, day out, you're dealing with people who are suffering. It will rub off on you. But she also said, my happiest moment is to be able to help a homeless person die in my arms, die in peace. Her greatest joy to see somebody die in peace. That's her greatest joy. So the way to think about balance is subjectivity with some kind of objective criterion. There's something people agree is a good life. A life that's full of drug, rock and roll, and materialism can be happy, but it's not a good life. It's not a productive life. There's some objective criterion on what is virtuous and what is good, right? So therefore, a sense of responsibility is very important to living a healthy life. You're responsible, you are accountable to your family, you're accountable to your country, and you're accountable to humanity. Okay? Development meaning purpose, and we'll talk about it later, and also defining a concrete plan for action. See, meaning therapy is like part of psychotherapy. It's not just talk therapy. It's the activity, the actions. You have some concrete plans for change, some concrete goals to achieve. Cannot just talk. Okay, so you agree on goal, and then we'll have a strategy how to achieve that goal, and we monitor that. Okay. So you'll be able to pursue a worthy goal. Even the process of pursuing that goal already make you happy, even without achieving that, before achieving that. The process of goal striving is intrinsic. If an intrinsic goal, research shows that if it goes intrinsic, the process of striving towards the goal already gives you joy. You're doing something worthwhile, even you might not succeed. Okay. In Hebrew 11, there are all kinds of things. Okay, they strive all their life and never get there, but the life is worth living. And then equipping the kind with tools, with problem-solving tools, with tools how to find meaning and purpose, with the tools how to live a positive life. So these are some things that we need to cover. So can I talk about here today? Next slide.